Oh me. Oh me. What's up guys, it's Superman Luke 66 back at you again with another video today. And I did not want to make this video guys, but it's going to have to be made. Alabama versus Clemson in the 2017 National Championship. Alabama suffered a tough loss last night, and there's 35-31 was the final score of the game. 35-31, Clemson is your new national champions. Last night was a very tough loss for Alabama, as I've already said. But as an Alabama fan, here's some things we have to go over. Even if you're not an Alabama fan, I'm going to go over a couple things that I think that made us suffer our loss. Our first point is going to be Lane Kiffin leaving Alabama. Now, most people are saying that Lane Kiffin leaving was good, that he left. And I'm medium on this idea. Lane Kiffin was one of the reasons that Jalen Hurts is as good as he is. Jalen Hurts, he came into Alabama football with Lane Kiffin as the offensive coordinator. He's gone through the whole season with Lane Kiffin, and right at the last second, he's got to go move over and get a new coach as soon as Lane Kiffin leaves. Now, that is one of the reasons Jalen Hurts, I believe, was not comfortable with the offense last night. Jalen Hurts was not with his normal offensive coordinator. Instead, he was with our new offensive coordinator, Steve Sarkisian. I'm sorry, I can't really pronounce his name very well. But Steve Sarkisian stepped in last night to be our offensive coordinator, and for the first half, he did a very good job. But the second half, the offense couldn't get anything going, so that's our first point, was Lane Kiffin leaving, and that led to Jalen Hurts this is all my opinion, I just want to let you know, it's all my opinion. One of the reasons Jalen Hurts was not comfortable with the offense. Number two, the second reason that I believe Alabama lost the game. We all know the referees and the whole media is against the University of Alabama. We all know this. We all know this and that everybody hates Alabama. So coming into the game, everyone hates Alabama. They're giving them bad comments and this and that. And you may not believe this, but it's very hard for a player, especially at Alabama, to take all those, that hate and stuff. So Alabama came into that game as pretty much, I'm going to say, the underdogs. Even though we were number one, we haven't lost a game. People are against us. Only us Alabama fans were pretty much the people that were going for Alabama. Everybody else was wanting the underdog Clemson to win. So that's really hard on a player to just be able to take all that hate, Okay, our third reason. This is actually getting to the game now. We're in the game. The number three reason. Our offensive line letting those defensive linemen block all those passes in the first half. We had three. I don't know exactly what you call them, but whenever the lineman jumps over the offensive lineman and hits the ball back, it's a block. It's called a block. Okay, so we had 3 blocks in the first quarter. Our offensive linemen are not shutting those guys down. I know that most of you are going to say, oh, that's a hold if they shut them down. I know, but we've got to hold them back and not let them get their arms up. We've got to hold down, and that equals three incomplete passes, and that equaled to all 3 of those being a fourth down. 2 out of those 3 were on third down. So, and then in the second half, we had 1 block down. So in all, we had 4 blocks by the defensive lineman, and that's unacceptable from our offensive lineman. And I know most of y'all are saying that's hard. I know it's hard to be an offensive lineman, but I know we have a lot of rookies on the team, or a lot of freshmen on the team, so I understand that. Fourth reason, I believe it's our fourth reason. Bo Scarborough getting hurt. Okay, so most people. He just got updated this morning. He suffered a broken leg last night. I don't know how he got up and started walking. I have no idea. But he ended up having a broken leg. I just saw it on ESPN. I was just watching. So he should be good for next season, though. So We're all praying, and everybody, even if you're not an Allen fan, you should be praying for them. Even if somebody gets hurt that's on the other side, you never want anybody to get injured. Bo Scarborough he was the one who scored us the two touch. He was the one who scored us both of those, or the couple touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns that game. He got us the first 14 points, I believe. Don't hold me to that. But by the way, if you see anything wrong with this, or if you think there's anything that I missed or something, please put that down in the comments below. Please make sure you like the video. But anyway, Bo Scarborough getting hurt was a big loss to the offense. He's a huge part of our offense, especially these past 2 games. So he's had 2 touchdowns in both the semifinal game and the championship game. But he ended up getting hurt. I believe it was in the 3rd quarter. And 5th reason, our offense could not get anything going without Bo Scarborough. For some reason, after Bo Scarborough got hurt, I'm sorry if I'm messing with these names, but after Bo Scarborough got hurt, it seemed like our offense just went dead. Everything went dead. Our offense couldn't get anything going. I think we had 3 or 4 3-and-outs in a row. Now, the last drive with us, when OJ caught that, I believe it was a 40-something yard touchdown catch. That was a good drive. That was probably the best drive we've had all second half, because we couldn't have anything going. I think, like I just said, we had 3 or 4 straight 3-and-outs, and so our offense couldn't get anything going, which that doesn't equal the points. And I knew at halftime, a 7-point lead was not going to be good enough. So, and then in the 4th quarter, I believe this is the 6th reason. The 6th reason, Alabama on defense. I'm sorry, they looked sorry in that last drive. I don't know what happened to Adam Griffith on that last kickoff. He kicked it to about the 10-yard line and let the guy return it all the way to about the 35. I believe it was the 35-yard line, somewhere around there. And that gave them pretty good field position. In my opinion, if you get the ball over the 30-yard line, you got good field position. So about the 35-yard line. And only in 2 plays, they already got past the 50-yard line. In 1 play, they got over the 50-yard line, in 2 plays from the 35, they got over the 50-yard line. Then they had a 30-something yard pass. Once they got to about the 40-yard line, and they threw like a 30-yard pass plus the 15 yards on our guy on defense. I'm not really sure of his name right now, but getting the unnecessary roughness, and that added to about a 45-yard penalty, which set them up. I believe it set them up from just being at the 40-something yard line. It set them all the way up to be about, they were at field goal range already. So we knew that they were going to be able to kick a field goal at least. And then after that, our defense, they threw it deep. I don't know why the referees called this a pass interference, but an Alabama cornerback, Deshaun Watson, threw it deep to the left side of the field, and the wide receiver flopped to make it look like it was a penalty, and they called it. The flop worked about the 15-yard line, and then they were all down to about inside the 10-yard line, and I knew then there that they were probably going to score. So they got that. Then we had another pass interference on the side where the guy flopped again, and then he called it, and they were at the 2-yard line. First play, a legal pick play on the last play. Now this is reason 7. 2 illegal pick plays on their last 2 touchdowns. They were 2 illegal pick plays. I just want to remind you, a pick play is when somebody runs. Most of you know this in basketball. Pick and rolls, when somebody stands there, makes them stop because they have a wide open jump shot, or they can go in for the layup. Well, in football, a pick play is where somebody does a slant and makes these 2 people, this guy right here trying to guard the guy on the right. This guy does a slant. This guy gets caught up in all the thing, and that guy's wide open, and that's illegal in football. You can't do that. But nevertheless, the referees didn't call it, and that is the Alabama overview for me. Those are the reasons why we lost, I believe. But if you had anything else to add, if you think I missed something, or if you'd like I just said, if you'd like to add anything, please leave it down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as an Alabama fan, you should be ready. And as if you're not an Alabama fan and you're making fun of us right now, I just want to tell you, wait till next year when we're right back in the same spot. That's what I want to say. So guys, I want to thank y'all for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos, guys. I want to thank y'all for watching. Peace and roll tide.